I'm John Mitchell. I'm the composer on the Oklahoma Tourism spot, and we kind of had an interesting process with this one. We had to start with a reference music track that we took out on set to have the different talents sing with and play with.
We're here recording it and getting a great take of what this song can be, and both sticking with the classical understanding of the Broadway melody, but giving it some new life.
Hey, you go down.
11. Got your mic.
Here at Alabaster Caverns in northwest Oklahoma, we have the only gyp cave that's a show cave in the United States. We also have black alabaster here. It's very rare. It's only found in 3 caves in the world.
We thought it'd be great to have somebody say the land we belong to is grand whenever they're underneath the land, and showing the beauty of this cavern and everything. So that's one of the big reasons we chose this particular location, not to mention that it's beautiful. So
we have 2 Red Epic cameras that we'll be shooting on Zeiss Super Speed lenses, shooting 5K full frame, just standard 24.
So we're going to be doing some playback and recording at the same time. It's going to be a kind of an interesting deal. In like a music video situation, you just play back and they lip sync. But in this situation, we're playing back and recording them singing it live, so it should be quite fun, quite a good time.
And we say, yo!
I can get another light over in that area to backlight.
And the land we belong to is grand statement about this spot, okay?
Stand by, moment for adjustment.
Roll, let's just keep each other 1 arm length apart.
All right.
It's beautiful down there.
Yes.
It's beautiful, and it's got a lot of really great naturals to climb.
this is the West and what it really looks like and what it means whenever you think of that Western heritage and culture, and so this is just a great place to shoot that with these mountains behind us.
It's a beautiful country up here. I love the little short mountains that they have.
Go back to art school, dude.
Is this get up feeling good to you guys?
Well, basically we're going to set the jib out here, and what we'll have is we have the jib here, and at the outer point of the arm we're going to have arms swinging, and the riders will stay with the arc of the jib, so that basically we're creating the feeling that we are right in front of the riders the whole time. And we're going to run a couple different sets, some with both of them, some with just one at a time. Meanwhile, we're going to run a really long lens over here and snipe some really cool little inserts. And out in the sky, if you tilt your head and you got a polarizer on, really darkens the background, and we're going to compress them into this nice red, and it's kind of why we've got that cool red scarf and a nice controlled color palette. It'll be pretty cool. Well, we're getting ready to head out today in Oklahoma City to location scout for the next 4 days. We'll be in and around Oklahoma City. He has a great shot that he built over here.
See the edges over there.
My honey lamb, she says N.
It's all good.
Right.
Boom.
The counter, just a teeny bit of a counter. Just lower it while we tilt up. Anything in this range and them saying I-O, yippee-I-A, or...
To jump out, and then those people to follow. Come across here. I could just do this tilt.
You're almost certainly gonna... So you're not tilting all the way down?
All clumped together in the middle because that was where the crater was.
Love to...
Yeah, 20.
Reflection down there in the water. You're shooting the reflection.
Low the ground. I don't want to create weird shadows or anything.
we are at Pops. We scouted this and 4 other locations yesterday. We know exactly where we're going to shoot. We've got 2 fun lanes. This is one of them. We'll have a girl skipping through frame with one of these. She'll come on through frame, and the line that we're aiming for here at Pops is "Can Sure Smell Sweet," for obvious reasons. And so once we're done with this cute little girl, I can tell that she'll be very easy to work with and a lot of fun. We'll hop outside.
And so right now we're just getting the Thunderbird camera ready.
God, you have a wide head.
We've got a fun jib shot that's kind of a James Dean era convertible that's pulling into Pops, and with the way that'll work, we obviously don't want to over-feature any one institution over the other. Then we'll be doing just a cool little mirror scene across the street where a man is polishing his car, and it seems as though he cares about his car a little bit more than perhaps his wife. And we're going to try and sell that in a funny way and not a malicious way.
69 Camaro, that was my first old car I got. And just been working on it for a few years, and really proud of her today.
Yeah, that's just straight up and down.
What is this, day 3, and we are now shooting the Plenty of Room to Swing a Rope. And just like all the other scenes, we're trying to juxtapose the tradition of the song with the modern day elements. And so what better way to do that with OKC, the Rock Town?
I've never been so prepared in all my life.
So that when he falls, he just kind of stays where he is.
Actually, the swing of the rope, instead of the traditional lariat, is going to be a rock climber rappelling down the side of this building. And you're going to see that rope, and there's going to be plenty of room. Should be a great shot.
It's my pleasure to welcome you here to the History Center in Oklahoma City. This is the center of the Oklahoma Historical Society, which has locations all over the state. The History Center has served over 1.5 million people in the roughly 7 years that we've been open. Throughout the galleries, you're going to find the personal stories of regular people, of everyday Oklahomans, and the people that make history come alive.
We've got a little boy who's going to throw an airplane up at the airplane in the rotunda at the Oklahoma History Center. So we're going to see him alluding to watching a hawk, but he's really watching an airplane.
If he's over the balloon stand, just
Oklahoma! Oklahoma! Biggest jumping fan, Oklahoma! Oklahoma!
Nice, good.
Oklahoma is so awesome. I like the basketball team, Thunder, and this is most of the fun.
In between action and cut, we just have fun.
Okay.
Like, I'll show you his exact.
And
just keep scanning across. Action.
My honey Lebanon, I'm sweeping down the ow.
So here we are at the Oklahoma City Memorial Park, and we'll be running 3 different scenes. The first one is near the chalk. It's with the chalk section over near the museum, and that's kind of just a fun Easter egg. And we've got a fun overhead shot of the girls, and they're drawing some things out because we're looking for texturally different ways to present some of our themes and ideas. And then we'll be moving over to the memorial, and the memorial was interesting because it's an area that we need to maintain both levity and respect for. And I'm not from Oklahoma City, but I remember vividly when the incident took place here, and coming into this, what's kind of nice is I have a fresh perspective on it, and I can ask a lot of questions, which is at the end of the day what happens with tourism. And in asking all that and looking for a combination of levity and respect, I feel that we found an angle that, in doing research, that I haven't seen done before, and I'm very excited to present it to the audiences. It makes it feel like the memorial kind of goes on forever. We've got a very nice setup for it with a mother and a daughter that will be walking towards camera and delivering the line with plenty of heart and plenty of hope. And the mother and the daughter are an actual mother and daughter, and that was important because I think we wanted to keep pretty organic tone.
Plenty of heart and plenty of hope.
Oklahoma's wine business is just booming. We have around 600 acres of vineyards growing in Oklahoma. There's over 65 wineries. And here at Stable Ridge, we're one of the oldest and one of the biggest wineries in the state of Oklahoma. Our tasting room next door is just really unique and nice. It's the original Catholic church building here in Stroud, 1898. Walls, windows, and ceilings are original in the building. It's just a lovely, unique place to come and shop and taste wine.
What we're going to have our talent doing is wine stomping.
Camera's going to be roughly here or a little bit up on this hill here, shooting back here.
Okay.
And this is them. So you guys are the camera,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to be the 3 wine stompers right here in the center here.
What we're getting ready to do is we've got the wine stomping going on. It's overcast. What we're going to do, we're going to simulate a sunny day. So we've got a 9 light here, 9,000 watts of tungsten, another 9,000 watt tungsten 9 light over there. So it's going to be real heavy gold backlight coming in this way. The gaffer's going to put some Mopars over in this area just to continue the wrap, and it's going to turn this overcast into a bright sunny day.
Through our research, we found out that, I mean, most of it happens in a machine these days, but whenever the grapes are too small to go through the machine, and then they still do that traditional wine stomping. And I know a lot of wineries around here, you know, do that as a tourist thing and have an event and let people stomp wine like the old days. Another day of shooting, and today we're at the Lake Murray State Park Golf Course. You know, we have a great tradition of golf in Oklahoma. We've had PGA championships here, so we felt like we had to have golfing in the commercial.
Making lazy circles in the sky.
Make eye contact, look around, mime exactly like you guys are doing.
Yeah,
have fun.
Okay. Lamb and I sit alone and talk and watch a hawk. M.A. Oklahoma. We just finished up the scene in time to miss the rain. I expect it'll hit about the time we get in the car.
It's feeding time every day.
We're here at Lake Murray. We were golfing this morning and now we're fishing this evening. Two of Oklahoma's favorite pastimes, and with more shoreline than the east and west coast combined, we had to show lakes and we had to show fishing. So there's not a more iconic place in the state, you know, lake-wise and fishing-wise than this tower that's behind me. And I think we're going to get an O, like a real ecstatic O, because they've just caught a fish, which is going to lead into the Oklahoma.
It's more of a, oh, I got a fish. Oh, Oklahoma. Oh! We just had these guys do the YMCA letters, and we couldn't keep a straight face. Nobody could. So anxious to see it in the edit.
O-K-L-A-H-M-A, Oklahoma.
The Chickasaws do what we call stomp dance, social dance, as well as other 5 civilized tribes. We all do the same stomp dance and social dancing. It's a time for the Indian people to come together.
Let's avoid the geezes. I'm going to back up and project even further to me.
A little bit breezy up here.
So here we are up at Mount Scott, which I've never been to, and I think one of the first things that surprised me was when they said we're headed to a mountain in Oklahoma, you know, and I didn't know what to make of that, but it's beautiful up here, and doing it justice is not going to be very hard. It's just waiting for the right time and choosing the right lenses. So it'll be a really fun scene to do. And I mean, to take it a step further, it kind of has enlightened me on some of the filmmaking opportunities in Oklahoma. You know, I'm impressed with the tax incentives here, but doing something like Oklahoma tourism has made me want to bring feature work here, because I feel like you can use the geography and the crew that has just been, they're so nice. They're so nice and they're so good at what they do, and you can have crews that are this professional in Los Angeles, they're great, but they're rarely this nice. So it's been cool, and Mount Scott is our halfway point in the shoot, maybe a plus a day, and I don't know, morale's high. I'm excited. Let us start here and we're going to work our way down.
Watch out, guys. They're getting full.
First, second, third. Coming up around this bend.
Got heated seats, everything.
Plane.
Then planes.
Very good.
Biking in Oklahoma, I love it because you just go to any different terrain you want to go to. You can go to mountains, you can go to flatland, you can just go anywhere. Lakes. I love biking in Oklahoma.
Say you're doing fine, Oklahoma.
See you later, boys.
They come down to this location?
So we're about to take the B camera or the A camera down to this water here to get this scene of a fly fisherman, and we like the composition from the middle of the river, so we're going to get a nice shot from inside there.
So we discovered that our talent didn't know how to actually fly cast, and I'm the audio second, and I do fly fish. And in fact, I fly fish down here in the Mountain Fork of the Little River. It's one of our few trout fisheries we have here on the eastern part of the state, where it's a little more mountainous.
No, you'll probably move me around a few times. I'll have to do this. It'll look like this.
I've got it.
Well, whilst out shooting today, Broken Bow here decided to release all of its water, which from my understanding is not even an annual thing. We had major horns coming into play, and we're like, well, we gotta get it done. Long story short, the water starts to rise, and John looks over and he's like, is it just me, or is the water coming up? We look down and we're no longer on an island. And yeah, in the last few minutes the water went from us being on a rock and about 6 inches above ground to just above the calves. But we got the shot. Last take was my very favorite, and so it all worked out.
So this morning we're going to be shooting some people horseback riding along the river. And so we're going to shoot 2 cameras. We're going to have one camera on sticks on a 50mm, getting a little bit of a wider shot, and then we're going to have the second camera on a 70-200, a longer lens shot, sort of compressing the background. And yeah, that's about it.
Do this for me. Can you do the okay? Remind me of the line that the other guy had said.
You're doing fine.
I'm John Manning. I'm with Riverman Trail Rides. I brought the horses out today for the shoot, and horse riding in Oklahoma is fantastic. We got some great country, some pretty scenery. It's wonderful.
You know what your move is?
be something like that here. Somewhere in this
Well, and I tell you, we're getting a good sunset here at Beavers Bend State Park. You know, capping off the end of a 10-day shoot so far. 2 more days to go, and I think we're staged for a good camping scene with our lovely talent. Looks like you got things pretty much in order.
It's a cool scene. We've had in the last few days a lot of. We haven't had as long of treks across the state, and the ones that we have had have allowed us to really build a scene out with as much time as you can hope for, as much as you can hope for, and this one's one of those. So we've built a really nice arrangement between our talent foreground, campfire, midground, and then the tent and the distance to try and kind of hit some symbolism and some lines, and it should be a fun scene.
Oklahoma every night, my honey lemon eye.
We have the ability to bring in. We have 3 8 villagers that can be dressed in period of what period is it? 17th,
17th century. Yeah.
So they can be provided as a backdrop. So why don't we go take a look at the options what we got out there?
We got some fires going. We can get more fires going. Again, depends on how you guys want to shoot it.
More than likely, you guys will just be going about an action, and then we'll have these 2 in the foreground running that a couple different ways.
Yeah, it was due to relocation back connected. They don't know anything about.
And the land we belong to is grand.
We know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand.
Osio Tohija, which means hello, how's everybody in the Cherokee language? Welcome to the Cherokee Heritage Center's ancient village. This is a recreated 18th century village that we're filming at. Trade clothing, 1710 to 1761 was the years where most of the trading was going on with the Cherokees, European contact, trade items like the gorgets, the armbands, the trade shirts that I'm wearing, and many of the villagers here are representing this living history village here at the Cherokee Heritage Center in Tahlequah, Oklahoma.
It's important for us to just...
So it's on ultra wide 1080 right now.
Go, ready, set, go. Where?
All right, my name is Jack Miller, and I'm from Oklahoma. I've been skydiving here for 12 years. I started in Oklahoma Skydiving Center. I have 3,400 jumps as of today, and it's the best thing I've ever done in my life. I started when I was 37. It's never too late.
I get to your
go. There we go. We can slow the count.
We're about to do some aerial footage. We're going to do some skydiving, and I'm lucky enough to be one of the talent since our other male talent didn't show up. So very excited to jump out of the plane and be lucky enough to have it all on Red Epic with super speeds and looking beautiful for Oklahoma tourism. Oklahoma's okay.
We're going to be filming the chefs as they throw pizza dough up in the air, and this afternoon we'll do a little ballet, and it's never it never stops.
We're at Joe Mama's Pizza and doing some gourmet Italian, if you will, pizzas and pastas. So we thought a good play on the word waving wheat would be, either throwing the pizza dough in the air or the making of the pasta, waving as it comes off the pasta machine. And again, we're just showing the diversity of Oklahoma and our fine dining, and we just have a little bit of something for everybody.
Oh, Oklahoma, where the wind
wind comes sweeping down the plain.
We're here at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center. Tulsa's home to the arts. We have 14 different resident arts groups that use the PAC. More than 250,000 people come here. We have Tulsa Opera, Tulsa Ballet, Tulsa Symphony, Tulsa Town Hall, a myriad of fine theater here.
So here we are at the Tulsa PAC, or the PAC as I've heard it called today, and Shad, he's one of the members of camera team, helped facilitate what was a pretty complex move. We built our version of a techno crane, and we were able to shove out over the stage, and it was really, really cool what we created. We had professional dancers, and we orchestrated with the union guys here at the at PAC to create really 4 different scenes, and it was nice because it helped rounded out our piece, because we needed some metropolitan arts sort of flavor, and I'm so glad that we ended up coming here. So it'll be a really cool one to see.
It's the last day of our 12-day, run through Oklahoma. Can't think of a better morning and a better thing to do on our last day than to listen to the quartet, who played us some great music. Turned up being a beautiful morning. The sun just peeked over the clouds and really gave us a great light.
Argentina, Moldova, Romania,
Kansas.
You guys were fantastic. You never know what you're going to get with musicians. They can land anywhere, in between, from the top to the bottom, but they had really good screen presence. They were able to hit their stuff right away, and in between they were playing other sets and songs. They were great. They were really fun to work with, and we had a great location.
Welcome to the Oklahoma Aquarium. This is one of the top destinations in all of Oklahoma, and you might be surprised at just how large of an aquarium it is. In the middle of the country, we have the largest bull sharks in captivity. We also have a lot of interactive experiences where kids can roll up their sleeves, put their hands in a tank and touch a stingray or even a small shark, so they really get up close with the wildlife that you can find in our oceans, rivers, lakes, and streams.
Movies and commercials are about make-believe, and so we're going to make it look like you guys are in the water today. Of course we did. Is that okay?
We thought we might happen upon some natural rain, but we never did. But our fearless art department always had it in the bag. They've got a rain machine, and we're doing Right Behind the Rain from the song. And we're going to have some rain right here at the Jinx Aquarium. It's going to be raining on the iconic alligator statue, and there's going to be kids playing and splashing and having fun, so it should be good.
We are shooting in the shark area right now, and we're just about to get this shot of a little boy looking into the shark tank with his grandmother.
One rule is do not look into the camera, please.
And the bathing weed, it sure smells sweet when the wind comes after another rain. You're doing fine, Oklahoma. O-K-L-A-H-O-M-A, Oklahoma.
That's right! Yeah, it's right!
Plenty of room to swing a rope. Plenty of heart and plenty of hope. Where the wind comes sweeping down the plain, and the waving wheat can sure smell sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain. Oh, Oklahoma every night, my honey lemon eye. Sit alone and talk and watch a hawk making lazy circles in the sky. You know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand.
We're only saying
don't do it, fight Oklahoma, Oklahoma. O-K-L-A-H-O-M-A, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, come see for yourself.